I'm sorry. I said some things. I said some things, and I regret some of them. Things that I wish I could take back. At the time, I know I really tried to make this work, but I was disappointed, and frankly, I wasn't the only one. I don't think I jumped to conclusions, but you couldn't fault me for thinking what I did. But enough time has gone by, and some things have changed. I think maybe we give this one more chance. So what do you say? Can we try this again? I'm talking about the Antlia Quad Anti-Light Pollution filter. So what changed my mind? I got a different camera. You see, when I got this filter a couple of years ago, I was using it with my ASI 294 MC Pro camera. That camera, plus this filter, did not do great things. My first signs of trouble were when I tried to make a video that compared wide-angle shots of the Milky Way using a UV IR cut filter, a dual band filter, and this quad anti-light pollution filter. What I found was that this filter didn't do much more than the dual band plus the UV IR cut. Granted, I was imaging from my Bortle backyard. I was hoping that it would bring out some more of the dust within the galaxy.
All right, so quickly having a look at these. First of all, the images with the stars removed. Let's start with the dual band. Most obviously, the dual band shows us the hydrogen alpha and oxygen rich regions, which are these ones right here. Next up is the quad without stars. And with the quad, we can see some of that nebulosity, actually quite a bit of it, but we also see a lot of what I suppose is dust in the arm of the galaxy. And the hydrogen alpha and the oxygen are not as neatly defined, they're not as clear, and they don't stand out as much, but they certainly are there. And then finally, with the UV IR cut filter, we see some of the dust. We see very little of the hydrogen alpha. Now, with the quad stars, this is where I'm thinking that there's a focus issue here, that the quad must be a different thickness than the other two filters, because this does not look like it's in focus to me. That or the stars are just very bloated.
Unlike imaging emission nebula, where I can use a dual band filter, I can't just use a broadband filter to bring out detail that gets washed out by the sky glow caused by the local light pollution. So I was hoping that this light pollution filter would help me image galaxies and reflection nebula and all sorts of other objects I wouldn't be able to do from my backyard normally. And that's where the disappointment mounted, because I tried to use the filter on one of the biggest galaxies visible to us here, which is the Triangulum. And what I got back was absolutely awful.
And stars, although they're not quite as bloated as they were in the wide angle that I took a little while ago, where I was using the wide angle lens, they're bloated. Right? The stars are a lot more bloated than they should be, much more than what I would expect with a narrower band filter. In fact, just a UV IR cut filter does a better job.
After doing some extensive research, I came to the assumption that the problem with the filter was that my camera, the ASI 294 MC Pro, did not come with a UV IR cut filter in front of the sensor, and that this was causing a lot of bloating in the stars and an overall beige tone to any image I took with the filter. I tried various things to get around this, including putting an actual UV IR cut filter in front of this filter to see if that would help. It sort of did. I made a video about that as well. The results were slightly better than using this filter alone. So what changed? I got the ZWO ASI 2600 MC Pro. And that camera did come with UV IR cut glass. At the time that I got the camera, I was busy imaging all sorts of wonderful things that I completely forgot about this filter until not long ago. But when I tried this filter with the 2600, wow, just wow, I was absolutely blown away. And it wasn't just nebulas, but galaxies. Galaxies that I couldn't have hoped to catch before from my backyard were suddenly showing up in my telescope. I had spent I don't know how long trying to image M81 and M82 to see the HA expulsions out of the cigar galaxy, to be able to image the fireworks that I couldn't even see from my backyard. So I wanted to make this video as a follow-up to say that, first of all, yeah, I do think it was the lack of UV IR cut filter glass on my other camera that caused this filter to underperform. But now, paired with the right camera, this has become my go-to and favorite filter to use from my backyard. So I'm going to leave this video off by showing a couple of images taken with this filter and the ASI 2600 MC Pro. Until next time, thanks for watching, and clear skies.